how do you see the inclusion of Hamza Chowdhury in Bangladesh football overall?
Yeah, you see, I probably see it from a different point of view than most of you guys, and also the other players that are starting to come in also. I see Hamza in particular as maybe somebody who can show the local Bangladesh players that this is what the top of the game looks like.
Right, yeah.
So
yeah.
to play in the Premier League, and Hamza, he's jumping between Premier League and Championship. Of course, Leicester have been relegated as well. So he is there, but he's not right there.
Right there.
Champions League player.
Yeah.
But he can see Champions League player. He can see Premier League. So I really want him to show my old players like Morsaline and Nova and Topu. This is how Premier League players train, behave, look after themselves, exercise. And I guess there's something in sport in particular where you can go, he looks like me, he's from the same country.
Okay.
Maybe I can do that, and the whole level raises again. So that's my dream for it.
And let's talk a little bit about some other players as well. Bangladeshi-born foreign players living in other countries like Sumit in Canada, and then Cuba Mitchell in England, and obviously Farmidul in Italy. What do you think about it? There's a growing concern among the people that if they come in, then that culture of bringing the players playing in different countries would raise, and the chance or opportunity for the local players would be reduced. Do you think this?
Yeah, I think there's a balance somewhere to be had. You look at Hamza for example. The other three players I don't know as well as Hamza, obviously.
All right.
But if his father came here, his father was born in Sylhet. When we had the meeting, he was full Bangla. Everything was like he was here all his life.
Yeah.
So Hamza is actually very, very close to. He is one flight away from being born in Bangladesh, right? So I think we need to remember. I don't think we should first of all separate born in Bangladesh and born outside, right? Because I think this is a little bit too easy,
right?
Also, I think we need to be careful. I like the approach from the federation that they are exploring.
Right.
It makes sense. There's so many Bangladeshi people in Bangladesh, but outside as well.
Yeah.
So canvassing for good players that can make a difference seems to me it's something France do it.
Right.
With African players.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm from Ireland, and our greatest team was probably players with Irish parents or grandparents that had gone to England or gone to Scotland and came and played for Ireland like it was everything to them. So it was never a case of they're outsiders or they are foreigners, but the quality has to be good as well. The quality. If you are going to make bring these players in en masse, then the quality has to be good. And we probably in 2 or 3 years we will talk about it and probably say he was a success, he was not so much. Maybe they played this new player for too long instead of the other players. But then again, it should raise the level of everyone else,
Do you think the inclusion of those players would make it a little bit harder for the local players to play with them in a match?
Maybe. Yeah, I think you can frame it in a couple of different ways. You can frame it as the foreigner coming in to take the local boy's place. Or you can frame it as the foreigners coming in so the local boy must grow.
That's the point,
Right? So if I'm, referenced Morsaline earlier. So if I'm having a conversation with Morsaline with a foreign player in his position or something, my advice would be, get to work. This is, you feed off that energy and you let it lift you. One of my biggest dreams for Bangladesh is that we get some players moving from Bangladesh outside.
Yeah.
Because it just opens or it increases the ceiling maybe of what they experience. Obviously, Jamal is in Denmark still. But that idea that we can actually go out here, we can leave, we can see what that bigger picture looks like I think it's really important, but it's got to grow.